Are you ready to test your IQ? What's up guys, Chris Ramsay here, and today I'm gonna try to beat the original IQ tester. That's right, I'm gonna put my noggin to the test. I picked up this cool IQ tester. Normally they look a bit cheesy with plastic and you can find them at like restaurants and stuff like that. This is actually a classier version, same game. The pieces are made of brass and wood. This is made by Dan and Dave, an Art of Play. You can check out the link below. The whole object of this game, the whole point is to be left with one pin at the end. Now, being left with 2 pins is good, 3 is okay, but 1 is the penultimate conclusion. What you want to get to is just 1 pin, and that makes you the smartest guy in the room. No, not really, but I mean, it's a really cool thing. And also, if you do end up figuring it out, it's something I think that'll stay with you. I think I randomly solved one once when I was a kid at like camp or something, but you know, you never kind of remember. It's kind of random. So the whole point of this video is to figure out the pattern, figure out one of the winning combinations to get there, and to remember that, kind of like a chess opening. So a bit daunting. I'm honestly not even sure I'm gonna get this. If I don't, you won't be watching this video. So if you're watching this right now, spoiler alert, I got my new office set up as well. Everything looks clean. I got a new top-down mount and everything is just spicy. And if you guys are down with this video, if you're hip, then like this video. It always helps. And without further ado, let's get into it. Game. This is kind of like a leapfrog where you like jump over someone's back and then you eliminate whatever you jumped over. So the whole idea is to be left with one of these pins. You start by removing one of these pieces, and then from there you jump over to grab another piece. All right, so let's give it a shot. Let's try the first combination here. A little bit like chess. You got that logic feel here. See, nope. I've gotten down to 2. First attempt, got down to 2. Not so bad. Let's try again. So for this one, I started from the corner. I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna start, let's say, from the middle. Let's try that. I can already feel like this is not going to work. And yeah, we're down to 3. Well then, so the whole point of this video and this experiment is to find out the correct combination and try to master that combination once I found it out. So I figure there has to be some type of geometrical pattern, just because otherwise how would you remember anything? So there has to be like some formation that you have to follow. Let's try taking off this one here. Let's go here, here, here. I'm not following any pattern, by the way. This is just completely random right now. Yeah, I'm left with 4. Okay, well that didn't work out, did it? I liked this idea of starting in the middle, and I feel like I gotta work my way upwards, so let's try that again. See how we have this nice little opening now? 5, wow, or 4, here. Let's try this again. I still feel like there's options here that I haven't explored. I also feel like there's more than one way to solve this, obviously. I think one of the major key things is to make sure that the pegs are strung together constantly, if they're not too separated. If you start getting, I think, 2 or 3 spaces between the pegs, I think eventually you won't be able to bring them back together. So I think the whole point is to keep everything tight. right, so far so good. We've emptied a spot and we've kept all the pegs together. Let's keep that up. Well, I've already failed. Because I noticed that if you get a straight line, like let's say for instance we have this straight line, you're done. There's nothing you can do at this point. You can't jump over any of them. So that's another factor we gotta factor in. Separated here. Three. There we go. Nice little opening here. I already feel like this is gonna go bad, but I'm getting a little bit better at bunching them up, but more so in the beginning. I kind of lose control towards the middle, so I'm going to try to not lose control so much here. I'm kind of starting off with the same pattern as you can see because I think I'm going to branch off that. I think it's been going really well in the beginning, and then I went from here. We're just kind of like playing with different permutations of that first combination. All right, let's try a different one. Let's try this. It's a bit risky. I can already tell this is gonna go horribly wrong. Let's try this. And again. Yeah, 3. Okay. I was able to bunch them all up into the corner. And the problem with that is that I think you still need to leave like a rogue pin somewhere, because if they're all bunched up, they spread outwards. And there has to be a way for them to come back to that bunch up. I love this formation. This formation is definitely where it's at. So I'm gonna try to practice that opening one more time to get to that formation. I think maybe eating my way down like this might end up working. It was this, and it was this. It was then this. Yeah, okay. I wanna free the corner. So I'm gonna do this, and I need a place for the corner to jump, so I'm gonna do this and then bring the corner out. Or what if I leave that in, bring this down first, bring this corner up. This is actually looking really good. Not gonna lie, this feels really good. The only move I can do is this. I got it. Booyah! Do it again. Let's do it again. Gotta do it again. Gotta do it again. Gotta do it again. I think part of the problem for me was possibly my opening. I still feel like I could play with my opening and it could work. But this one seems to work a whole lot better. Yep, and then we were in this formation here. I brought this here, brought this here, this here, this here, and this here. Bam. One more time, just for good measure, so it sinks into my skull and I can never forget it as long as I live. I'm actually quite stoked I got this. I also feel like there's a huge random factor. Then again, you know, the mind works in weird ways. Like when we see patterns and stuff, it's hard to really, it's just you kind of go instinctively. Like chess, like eventually when you know the rules of chess, a lot of it is based on intuition. And I think this is one of those intuitive games that is heavily based on logic and your intuition, knowing, you know, the way the pieces move. So, one more again. I got it. Yeah, baby. Conquered the IQ tester. This is a lot of fun. If you do enjoy these types of things, I'll leave this specific one in the description where you can pick it up. Nice little heavy brass pins with a nice little wood finish on the bottom. It just looks really nice on a desk somewhere because it's all brass and wood. So yeah, thanks for sticking it out with me. I appreciate it. No. Boop. Okay, bye. Well. Looks like someone's got the brain the size of a planet. That was a lot of fun. I'm actually very glad that I not only ended up solving it eventually after dozens and dozens of tries, but actually remembered how to solve it. And I think that was the whole point of this experiment, was to figure out the pattern and beat the IQ tester. So guys, if you did enjoy this content, because this is the content space, like this video, subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification bell to be notified. I usually answer like comments within the first, like I would say half an hour. So if you guys have any questions or want to tell me anything, I usually check out those comments. So to be first in line to comment, I mean, just hit the notification button so you guys can get straight to the video as soon as possible. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Enchanté.